The Inyo National Forest, with assistance from the town of Mammoth Lakes, has plowed and cleared the Reds Meadow Road beyond Minaret Vista. Engineering and the acting district ranger evaluated the road conditions. The movement of some cracks in the upper 2.5 miles was noted, but overall, that section of road is holding up well, especially the concrete block wall engineering installed last spring after last year's storm damage in this area. However, in the valley, there are two sections of road that received considerable damage, south of Starkweather Lake and south of Socher Lake. In both of these locations, the subgrade material under the road has washed away and the road has buckled. It is likely that during a heavy rain event, water saturated under the road and started washing out material. Subsequent freeze-thaw and more rain intensified the problem, causing the heaving that has created the buckled condition. It is not safe to travel over these sections of road. The asphalt over the damaged road has hollowed areas below due to the loss of material. Engineering crews have started excavating and repairing these areas. The road will be closed to all traffic, including bicycle traffic, while this work is underway. The Inyo National Forest requests your cooperation so that this important work can be completed safely and as quickly as possible. Additionally, engineering is also working with the Federal Highways Administration, FHWA, geotechnical consultant who is performing drilling and mapping of the road. This is required work in anticipation with the Reds Meadow Road reconstruction planned in the upcoming years. Due to the complexity of this work, the forest cannot estimate an opening date for the Reds Meadow Road at this time. Deb Murphy filed this story for Sierra Wave Media. Silver Standard U.S. Holdings Incorporated got the green light from the Bureau of Land Management's Ridgecrest Regional Office for exploratory drilling in Conglomerate Mesa in the Inyo Mountains. The decision of record requires aerial access to the site rather than reopening roads to the area. Friends of the Inyos, one of the environmental groups opposed to the project, will issue a statement today. The project involves up to 7 drilling pads to evaluate disseminated gold deposits, commonly referred to as Carlin Gold. The site is within a previously mined area. The new drilling will go to a depth of 1,000 feet past the previously drilled 400-foot holes. The issue came before the Inyo Board of Supervisors last November, drawing strong opposition. That opposition focused on the potential of an open-pit heap leach gold mine operation if the exploration turned up enough deposits. The board was urged by Silver Standard's geologist Angela Johnson and other speakers to focus on the matter immediately on the table. Support of just the exploration. However, the board found it difficult to ignore both the opposition and Silver Standard's end game. According to BLM's press release, persons adversely affected by this decision can request a state director review within 30 days of the decision, mailed to the BLM's state director in Sacramento. Deb Murphy also filed this report. The Los Angeles Department of Water and Power took a long look at the feasibility study for the use of a recycled Big Pine water on a 160-acre mitigation project east of town in exchange for the department irrigating the Bartell parcel next to the community schools. The department didn't like anything about the proposed project, noting a cost to ratepayers for lost water at Bartell, the ruination of a successful mitigation project, and health and safety concerns. The study was conducted by R.O. Anderson and funded through a $267,000 grant from the Integrated Regional Water Management Program. 2 years ago, LADWP wrote a letter in support of the study. The Bartell parcel has been the source of contention for years. One side says the parcel was misclassified when irrigated, ag-related parcels were being identified. The error could have occurred since the parcel appears to be within Big Pine's commercial district. In fact, it was irrigated, but the source of water was cut off when Highway 395 was widened. LADWP's position on the Bartell parcel: it is under no obligation to provide irrigation. That assumption translates to a loss of water for the department rather than the county's water-neutral position. The department's rejection letter states 7 perennial species adapted to the conditions of the site are thriving since they were seeded 2 years ago. Inyo's water department response cites LADWP's 2016 Valley Report on the EM project. LADWP is in the process of developing a drip irrigation system for this site. However, a water source must be determined for the site. Potential water sources are currently being evaluated. In 2016, native vegetation coverage was estimated at 2%, the goal 8%. In addition, DWP's 2017 annual report identified the 160-acre mitigation project as completed, but not meeting goals. The consultants participated in 2 community workshops, walking community members through the different requirements and potential uses for the varying degrees of wastewater treatment. Because of the cost factor of tunneling under channels and Highway 395 and pumping waste water uphill from the Big Pine Community Service District's treatment facility, the 160-acre mitigation projects seems to be ideal, especially in light of LADWP's 2016 report. The only real value to the community, however, was dust control and a piece of Big Pine's east side greened up. Dealing with the Bartell parcel seemed likely trade-off for providing irrigation for one of DWP's mitigation responsibilities. The county's letter was accompanied by one from R.O. Anderson taking issue with the department's assertions. The consultant noted that underground drip irrigation, as proposed in the study, had been successfully used in other valley locations. The consultants also corrected LADWP's assertion that the proposed use was not allowed under Title 22. It is allowed on non-edible crops with subsurface irrigation. The letter goes on to state existing vegetation did not have to be destroyed during installation of the irrigation system, and since the parcel had been fenced since 1998, the use of subsurface recycled water posed little, if any, danger to the public. For only the second time in its history, the Mono County Grand Jury has filed an interim report for the community's benefit and information. The report can be seen at the Mono County Court's website, mono.courts.ca.gov. The Mono County Grand Jury is seated from July to June annually. The 2017 Grand Jury is pleased to share with its fellow citizens its midterm accomplishments as evidenced by the report. We are a group of citizens charged with being the watchdogs, if you will, of our government, fiscal oversight, processes, staff, and officials, stated Deb Perel, foreperson. It is our duty to respond to citizen complaints or concerns that fall under our purview and examine county and town government and special districts to ensure that their duties are being lawfully carried out in the best interests of our community. A second final report with ongoing inquiry investigations will be issued at the end of this grand jury's term in June. The grand jury is composed of citizens from Mono County. Grand jurors are officers of the court, but work as an independent body. They are charged with the above-noted oversight through investigations, addressing concerns, and to make suggestions for improvements. The community, however, is the key to ensuring the actualities of the grand jury findings are followed through with by viewing the reports issued by the grand jury. There was no grand jury for fiscal year 2015-2016 due to lack of recruitment and citizen participation. The current grand jury hopes this will change. Participation in the grand jury has been a really wonderful experience, stated Juliana Alinka Jones of Mammoth Lakes. The people I've met and the work we've done has been very satisfying, and I highly recommend participation in this important facet of community oversight. Historically, the recruitment of members has been untimely and difficult for court staff. This year's grand jury have taken steps to rectify that for the future, including garnering county funds for recruitment, including ads. The county needs the public to participate. Members are reimbursed for travel, and the group decides amongst itself the best meeting times. Committees operate the same way. The time commitment is not huge, but the responsibilities are serious. It is a wonderful way to become involved in government oversight. For more information on the grand jury and how you can participate, please visit mono.courts.ca.gov or call Hector Gonzalez Jr., Court Executive Officer, at 760-923-2330.